with the left, with the right, knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night. One time, knock him out. Two times, knock him out, knock him out, knock him out for the night.
Hello. Wow, that's loud. Welcome. I have spent my entire adult life mastering the art of seduction. It's my job. As an advertising and magazine photographer, it's my job to create photographs that do indeed seduce you. When you look at the cover of this magazine, it's hard not to be seduced. It's hard not to be drawn in. And that's my job. My job is to draw you in and to make you buy the magazine and then inevitably to open the magazine so that you can read what's inside and also then be brought in to see the ads that are inside that tend to offer promises of sort of an unattainable level of perfection, like this ad that I shot for Marriott hotels. It's interesting to look at the photograph and buy into the idea that it's real, but it's not real. There's nothing real about the photograph. The couple is not a couple. And to give you an idea of what it takes to turn a so-so beach into a beach that looks like this, it requires first a tractor that comes along and rakes the sand, and then a team of about 3 or 4 assistants who get in there with other rakes and rake the sand some more and then pick off the little pieces of seaweed. And then there's someone standing by with a leaf blower who blows the sand so that every time there are footprints made in the sand, those footprints can be blown away so that the sand looks like virgin sand again. And when you see the ad and the photograph, you think, oh, that's my life. But it's never your life. I thought, if I could employ the same tools and the same tricks that I had learned to master as an advertising photographer, and those tricks are meant to grab your attention, hold you in, and have you read something, look at something that you might not otherwise look at, and inevitably in the world of advertising, to have you buy something. And I thought, I'm not selling anything, but yet I could promote things. And I could promote things like hope, and self-esteem, and pride, and dignity, and community, and compassion. That I could do. And so I asked myself, well, what are those tools? What did I learn? And the first of those tools had to be beauty, because that's the thing that's going to trap you in the first place. So this is Elaine, an absolutely beautiful girl whose life circumstances I promise you would not wish on your worst enemy. But Elaine stepped up. And Elaine put herself out there. And now Elaine's 20-foot high banner hangs on a wall on a big building in the city of New Haven. Just something magical is happening there. So I asked myself the second thing, what else about advertising gets you? And one of the other things I thought of is boldness. Boldness. This is Benjamin Braun, okay? The level of courage that it took for Benjamin to have his photograph taken, to lift his head is more than you can imagine. Benjamin's photograph also now is on the side of a building in New Haven, Connecticut. Benjamin is dying of brain cancer and won't even be around really to celebrate his strength and what happened with him, but yet he had the courage to put himself out there and to inspire other young people for them to stand up and say, I have something to say, I have a voice, I'm ready to be seen. The third aspect I thought of was repetition. We tend to see the same ad over and over, the same logo, the same headline, the same jingle, right? So this was about 6 or 7 years ago. This was the Huntington Public Library that was transformed into a celebration of youth. We'd really flipped the social paradigm on its head. We allowed people, young people, to have a face and a voice, something to say, and they didn't have to ask permission. They didn't have to raise their hand to ask if it was okay to speak. We created a platform that allowed them to do that in a larger-than-life way. Well, 2 years ago, we moved to New Haven, Connecticut. and things changed. There, an entire city gathered around and said, we believe in this work, we believe in you, and through the generosity of the city of New Haven, countless people stepped up. Even the fire department stepped up, the mayor stepped up, youth services department stepped up, economic development stepped up. They came together and said, we believe in the value of this work, and we believe in our kids, and we're going to unite, and we're going to make it happen. So in addition to those banners that you see, we recently released a facet of the project called I Matter Voices, with the idea being, I feel like, hey, if I say I'm giving you a voice, then I want to give you a real voice, and not just a voice on paper, but the real thing. So we've started to record interviews of the young people around and found different ways that we can share them. This is the first. This is part of what we're tentatively calling the Youth Trail. And the idea is that there will be faces of young people all around the city of New Haven that as you're walking around, you can come upon them and stand there and see their face and read what it is that they have to say. But even more exciting than that is the idea that you'll be able to listen to what they have to say. And that'll happen on your phone. So while you're standing there, there'll be signage that will guide you to a website, or there'll be a QR code on the poster itself that will take you to the page where you can listen to what the folks have to say. So what we're doing is recording videos, and then we're extracting the audio from those videos to use on I Matter Voices. And this is an idea of what one of those videos will look like.
Sierra Welch, who is she? Well, now she's a little reinvented. She is this beautiful, bright, bold girl. She is definitely different. She definitely stands out from the rest, and she's in her own lane. I want to inspire people to believe that they are beautiful, they are bright, they are capable, they can do anything they set their mind to, and I want to encourage people to do that because that's something that I know I can do. I have this light inside me, and I want to share it with the world. I feel like if you're going to plant a seed in anyone's head, let it be something positive. Let it be positivity. Like, let it be courage. Let it be hope. Let it be something that's going to stay with somebody. My name is Sierra Nisha Welch, and I matter because it warms my heart knowing that I'm helping kids.
So videos like Sierra's will be broadcast across social media, and that audio will also be broadcast on WYBC FM, which is the New Haven area's #1 adult contemporary radio station. They'll also be doing long-form interviews with the kids on their program called Electric Drum, which will allow their adult audience to be calling in to ask questions of the kids. So it's the same thing again. It's a seductive voice this time that's on the radio, a young voice that is insisting that an adult listen and learn. The I Matter towers are the next piece that's going up. We're going to be installing 3 illuminated towers in a pretty dangerous area of New Haven, and the idea is to begin to transform that part of the city into a place of optimism and hope, sort of a beacon of hope. There's also a park that's going to, or a park-like area that's going to be built around the towers. The I Matter app is about to launch. This will give kids an opportunity anywhere in the world to participate in the program. They will have a chance to upload their photograph and upload their I Matter statement, and then this will be shared around the world. So what I'd like to ask you is this, if I could, that if a teenager or a young adult has the courage to come to you and speak about his or her dreams or hopes or wishes or fears or pains, I would just ask that you do listen, and that you really and truly listen, and put your judgment aside and listen with more curiosity and listen with more compassion, and let them shine. Really, let them speak to you and listen to them and hold them and let them really be those beacons of hope so that they can stand tall and proudly say, I matter. Thank you.